Pag sobrang successful nung susundan mo, kahit paano may pressure yun.
Ay, sobra-sobra po yung pressure. Kasi especially one of the people I look up to in the industry is Direk Ted. So, following after his footsteps, what he created for this show, it's an honor at nilalaban talaga namin. So, sana ma-excite lahat dun sa ibibigay namin sa season 2.
Yan, okay. So, si Astin na lang tayo. Mukhang walang pag-asang sumayo si Andres, Astin. Yan. Anong dapat abangan namin dito sa pagbabalik ng mutya ng section?
Marami po kayong dapat abangan. Isa na po din yung mga revelations, hindi lang sa akin, sa buhay ng lahat kamo, sa lahat ng cast. At hindi lang buhay ni JJ yung ma-highlight dito, pati yung ibang cast din. Kaya dapat abangan din po nila.
Yan, thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Maraming salamat po, Andrea. Sabakan namin sa Bagets yan yung dance moves. Lambot ng katawan nito eh. Thank you so much. Up next, we have from Manila Bulletin and Tempo, Nestor Cuartero.
Hi, good afternoon. Hi, I'm here, Peterson. I'd like to ask our director, Director Peterson, your last film project, some nights I feel like walking.
Yes po.
It's quite dark, no? Now this series is titled The Dark Side, no? Is this any indication that the new series, the Mutyanan Section E, The Dark Side, has shades of the last film that you made?
Ayun, actually, ang hula ko nga po, Sir Nestor, is precisely that, no? Na parang kaya bumagay din na I took the role of the director for The Dark Side kasi I've done some pretty dark films, dark comedies like A Very Good Girl, aside from the romances. So yes, I think from Lara's I really applaud the idea that, diba, we had so much fun getting to know these characters sa season 1. Sobrang maloloko, sobrang rowdy, these chaotic boys, but this time we're going deeper. We're visiting their traumas, their backstories. So talagang aabangan din natin yung darker side ng kwento. Yes, Sir Nestor.
How dark?
How dark? Paano ba? Well, it's an exciting kind of dark kasi it's really getting to know the characters that the audiences have come to love. So yun naman siya.
Thank you. I have a question for Andres. I've always thought of this question. Hi, Andre. There is a saying that lightning doesn't strike twice. Anong masasabi mo doon?
Sa lightning doesn't strike twice? Anong konteksto po? Saan?
You come from a family of movie stars, starting from Amalia Fuentes, your father Agang, the brothers of Amalia, your cousin Nino. Lightning doesn't strike twice. What can you say about that?
Well, I strongly believe that in terms of when you say lightning doesn't strike twice, I believe as a human or per person, we all have a belief of what our destiny should be or what we feel like we can achieve in our lives, right? And even when they say lightning doesn't strike twice, mahirap ulitin, mga ganun, I think it's really important that you know what's destined for you. And if you really believe that you can achieve great things, I really believe that if you set your mind to it, you really can. So, yun.
Salamat. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po. Up next, we have from Manila Times. Let's have Tessa Mauricio.
Yes, hello over here. Direct, I just wanted to clarify yung sinabi sa atin ng magaling na host natin earlier that the first part you said will come out this December and then second part will come out in June. When we talk about parts, do you mean it's 2 seasons or 2 volumes?
There will be a mid-season break. So it means po that we will show the first half of the season this year until next year, early next year. And then part 2 will come after. And in a way, para ma-excite din po. Kasi bibitinin talaga namin sila dun sa part 1 where the fifth season stops.
And I
Ayun.
suppose Andres is going to be very busy also with Baguettes, correct? For the next coming weeks.
Yes.
But anyway, ang tanong ko naman, maybe kay Andres and Ashton also, this is picking up on well, what we've seen in the video earlier, and then what Andres said, you know, your message to the rest of the world, not just the Philippines. What have been the best responses, and from which countries nanggaling yon from fans of Mutyanang Section E that has become memorable to both of you? Maybe ladies first, Ashton, nababasa mo ba yung responses from around the world? Which country and what has been very memorable sa'yo na reaction ng fans elsewhere?
Siguro kung masasabi ko is yung pinaka tumatak po talaga sa akin is yung mga edits po talaga nila. Nag-e-effort po talaga sila na parang mag-edit, tapos alam niyo po yun, nakatulong din po kasi yun para i-promote din po yung show namin. Kasi yun yung pinagulat namin ng season 1 na parang na-expect namin yung edit lang from here lang sa Philippines, ganyan. Tapos, di ba nailig ba? Parang nagpapasok na yung parang noodles na yung sa mga India, di ba? Grabe po, oo, grabe. Nagulat talaga kami. Hindi namin na-expect. Kaya sobrang thankful talaga kami. Kasi promise kami po lahat talaga. Parang happy lang kami na nagka-work. And yung tinanggap kami ng tao dito sa Pilipinas, tapos mas tinanggap pa din kami ng tao sa ibang bansa. Sobrang bonus po talaga.
And then Andres, specifically in Spain, have friends of yours seen Mutyanang Section E? And have they said anything about your hit of a show?
Mainly my closer friends in Spain, the ones that I still keep in touch with. Yes, they ask me about how work is going and how good that Mutya is doing really, and talagang they're just happy for me, I guess, and di namin talaga expect for any of this to happen. As a cast talaga from day one, we just wanted to put out a good show for everyone to enjoy really, and Ate Laura really wrote such a wonderful story talaga, and we're blessed to say that we get to really portray these characters in such a beautiful story, and I think that's why fans around the world really enjoy ang Mutyanang Section E, because it goes beyond the story din minsan. It's really about the friendship of the Ulupongs and everyone in the class, and that's why I think it also was able to get support from countries like in India and in Saudi, so it's sobrang natutuwa ko.
Well, congratulations. You really put Viva One on the map. No? So congratulations to the entire team.
Well deserved. Maraming salamat po. Up next, let's have from Pelikula Mania, Naz Tabares.
Hello, for Derek Peterson and kay Ren, bilang bagong mga salta sa series, paano naging welcoming yung buong cast sa inyo? And ano yung experience nyo ng mga first days mo?
Ako na. Well, I was lucky to meet them early on in the process. So, nagkaroon ng mga workshops. And sila kasi, kumbaga, parang when you see these boys together, this cast together, ikaw ni mag-a-adjust sa kaguluhan nila. So, parang, kumbaga, nahahawa ka dun sa energy nila. Yun, fortunately, I've worked with a lot of young actors. So, parang ako, nakikibagets din. kahit hindi na bagets. So I think with this family, they never let us feel na outsiders kami. Kasi parang gano'n naman siya. Kaya siguro, even the show itself has that vibe na you're just welcome to be part of this crazy gang.
Yes, actually same with the Red po. Nung pumasok ako sa show, nung meet and greet namin lahat, parang hindi ko first time na makasama yung mga tao. Kasi majority sa kanila hindi ko pa po nakaka-work. Pero yung iba sa kanila naka-work ko na. So, pinapil nila sa akin na parang hindi ako bago, parang hindi ako transferee, parang ganon. It's really warm. Tapos lahat parang kachika ko kagad, ganon. Hindi ko na-feel na out of place ako. And ginamit ko din yon para maging comfortable enough din ako sa first taping day namin, kahit na grabe yung adjustments, of course, kasi iba talaga yung taba and yung kailangan mong ibigay kapag first day. So parang nakatulong din yun na ka-close ko si Ashton, tapos nakakausap ko si Andres, kahit na first time ko sila ma-meet, ang saya din. And I'm so grateful actually dito sa team na to kasi kahit sobrang successful nila, parang hindi mo ma-feel yun sa kanila, parang walang nasa ere, walang nakalutang. So lahat sila very humble. And I'm so grateful na sila yung kasama ko dito and nakasama ako sa show na.
Thank you for Ashton, Andres, and kay Robin. Ano yung masasabi yung dark side ng characters nyo and paano nyo siya ma-justify?
Para sa akin po, siguro yung dark side ng character ko is yung mga revelations na malalaman niya. Malalaman niya sa family niya, and hindi na sa family niya, kundi sa section din. Yung plano nila para kay JJ, yung mga ganun po. And dito, siguro, papakita dito kung paano maapektuhan at kung paano tatanggapin ni JJ, kung paano niya i-handle yung mga revelations na nalaman niya.
Para sa character ko naman kay Kiefer, I think the biggest revelations para sa kanya naman is his problems with his family, talagang what he went through his childhood and how that affects how he is as a person in the story now that we see. I think that's really the essence of what his dark side is really his upbringing and his life story. So yan ang makikita mo sa season 2 po.
Ako naman po para kay Yuri, makikita niyo kung gaano siya ka-manipulative dito. Makikita niyo na gagawin niya lahat para makuha niya si JJ and parang papakita niya dito kung na mas better siya kay Kiefer ba. Parang gagawin niya lahat para may pakita yun kay JJ.
All good, yeah. Maraming salamat po. But I want to welcome once again, Direk, and of